Hey Blazer Nation, it's DJ Kym Possible coming at you live from the UAB Student Media Center. Today I've got a special guest with me. Jeremy Moore is a singer-songwriter from Birmingham. He is the perfect combination of compromising depth and range. Oh, nope, sorry. I skipped something.
Hey, it's okay.
Okay. He has a perfect combination of music, prowess, and accessibility without compromising depth and range. With a broad musical background studied in classical music, his understanding and appreciation of his past dictates his future. Moore appreciates the personal connection people make with his music. Lullaby EP is his latest work, released in April, and continues to find success in its intricate guitar work coupled with honest and haunting melodies. Moore has been touring since April and expanding his fan base to the region between Texas and Florida. Tonight he'll be playing at the Bottle Tree Cafe with O. Jeremiah opening up, and we are lucky enough to have him with us today.
Well, it's great to be here. It's
Yeah,
got some
so
big
glad.
words in that
It
bio
does.
there.
It really does. When I was writing it down, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, maybe I should simplify that or something.
I mean, it's good.
Well, I appreciate it.
I cut it down a little bit, but it's good.
Hey, whatever.
That's good. I was like, yeah, I can respect Jeremy Moore for that.
Well, thank you.
So, I've seen you before at Workplays singer-songwriter thing. I think the first one is when you were really kind of doing it.
Yeah. That was kind of my first moments of getting out into the world of gigging and seeing if I could actually do it, you know?
Right. Well, I mean, I enjoyed it, so obviously you can do it.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I've been lucky enough to kind of do a lot of those in Birmingham and ending up playing like the bigger venues and finally headlining tonight. So it's exciting.
Yeah, that is really exciting. So with performing those, have you seen, gaining that fan base? Has it been a significant difference with playing those open mic nights and kind of getting your name out there?
Yeah, I think more so it was kind of playing the songs that I had just written and being like, is this actually good enough? And then once I kind of figured out what those were and what people liked, I saw that people started following me and kind of reaching out to me and saying, hey, that song's really good.
Yeah. So,
yeah, definitely some of the biggest building blocks that I've seen so far in Birmingham. So
yeah. Well, it's good. What have you seen being the most difficult thing of breaking out into the music scene of Birmingham? Because it's not really well defined here, like it would be in like LA or New York.
Yeah, I think the biggest obstacle to overcome was meeting people and just getting your face in front of people and letting them know that you're here and that you want to do something.
Right.
So it took a while, and I think in researching it and kind of seeing how other people have done it, it's just best to go into people's shows and meet them and just be friends with them first.
Right.
So that's kind of the route that I took, and I think it's worked out pretty well. So.
Well, that's good. That's great. I'm really glad that's worked out. So you've been touring a lot.
Yes.
Promoting Lullaby.
This summer we got all between Texas, Austin, Dallas, and then kind of worked our way all the way down to Orlando, about 15 cities. So it was a lot of driving.
Yeah.
A few shows were just kind of one and dones, and so we would drive. I mean, we went to Athens one night, and so we left at like 2 p.m., drove, got stuck in Atlanta traffic, played the show, hadn't eaten dinner, and we played like an hour and a half, and by the end of it, I was just completely spent. We ate dinner, loaded up, and then drove back and got back at 2 a.m. So it was just, it's grueling.
Yeah, that's a long day, especially Atlanta traffic. That scares me.
Yeah, not cool.
No, not even a little bit. I've only been to Atlanta a few times, and the traffic is just insane, and I'm like, I'm never moving here, guys.
Oh, yeah. Well, people in Birmingham kind of slow down. And Atlanta people just speed up. And so to kind of break out of that mold is kind of weird because you're like, what are you doing?
Right? Like if you're stuck on 280, you're just sitting there. You're not doing anything. And then Atlanta people just go. They don't care.
Yeah.
So what's been your favorite place to play so far? You've played all these different places.
Gosh. I love playing Workplay. For me,
I love Workplay. It's so fun.
I've seen pretty much all my musical idols there. And so to be able to play that venue, I remember specifically like stepping on the stage for the first time at the open mic and just being like, oh my gosh, like who else has like stood in this same spot and played?
Right? It's such a cool place.
Oh, it is. And you have like the balcony, and so that's probably been the coolest place. But the best show, I think, out of Birmingham was Dallas. We had just come off a show from Austin, and had a rough time there. It was like a Tuesday night. It was rainy. We were playing on the 36th, and so like tough show. No one really came, and we get to Dallas, and it was like the place was packed, and it was just like, these people don't know who I am. Why are you here?
Right.
So that was kind of like coming back from that was like, oh, okay, so this could work. This could work.
Yeah, that's really awesome though, to show up in a city that you don't really know and have.
And people are there.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And they clap and stuff, so that's nice.
That is nice. It's always good to hear people appreciate your music outside of your area.
Well, in your head you can just start beating yourself up over and over and over again about your own particular work, and then pretty soon once you go down that pathway it just kind of gets a little bit dark. At least for me. And then it's good to have other people be like, hey, I really like that song, and you're like, in your brain you're going, man, that a little bit ago I was just thinking, I don't know if I like that song. So it's good to have that reassurance.
Yeah, because people are like, yeah, no, this works. Good job.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to take a quick break, guys, but we will be back with more from Jeremy Moore. Enjoy Cheap Derivative off of his EP, Lullaby.
My starlight, you were my pride, you were my daydream, you were my fight. Now you're my lonely, you're my pain, you are my stardust that brings me down again. We're just like mad, counting down to the end. I'll make the start, you'll start the end. I'll let my heart, your heart, picks up again and makes a new shape. You'll shape a new life. Oh, 'cause the truth is, you're cheap derivative. You were my baby, you were my calm, you were my freedom. Oh, you were my song, and now you're my empty, you're my sin. You are my prison, with walls that stand so strong. We're just like mad, counting down to the end. I'll make the start, you'll start the end. I'll let my heart, your heart picks up again and makes a new shape. You'll shape a new life. Oh, 'cause the truth is, you're cheap derivative. say let's start just to check a box. I'll sing in my heart like a done before. You raise the frown, quiet the town. I know your secret and won't say a word. You say let's talk just to check a box. I'll sing in my heart like a done before. You raise the frown, quiet the town. I know your secret and won't say a word. We're just like that, counting down to the end. I'll make the start, you'll start the end. I'll end my heart, your heart picks up again and makes a new shape, new shape, new life. Oh, 'cause the truth is, you're cheap.
All right, and we are back with singer-songwriter Jeremy Moore. And you can get that song Cheap Derivative off of iTunes. It's from his EP Lullaby. So, that was... Sometimes it picks up weird things like that.
That's interesting.
Yeah, there's been times when there's been, like, huge trucks coming through, and
Yeah,
you
just totally wrecks everything.
Yeah, just throws you off a little bit.
Thanks.
Okay, so if you could tell people one thing about Jeremy Moore, what would it be?
Oh, man. Well, I am a worship leader in town.
Oh.
And I really enjoy kind of being in both worlds, because I feel like a lot of church people get stuck inside of the walls of the church. And so this is kind of like a little bit of myself that I find a lot, if not more, enjoyment out into the world instead of kind of stuck in the walls, you know.
Yeah.
I guess
cool.
that's
I didn't
one
know
thing.
that.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah. So I really like being able to do like worship leading stuff and then turn around the next night and play some of my own stuff.
Yeah.
Which I think is a little bit different for most musicians. Maybe not. I don't know.
Like, I mean, I've heard of a bunch of musicians like getting their start by singing in church and stuff like that, but not doing the worship leading stuff and still doing
for me, they kind of go hand in
direction.
hand.
Yeah.
Like, I went to Sanford, I got the classical education, and then I'm kind of like whittling all of that down into my songwriting and also worship leading. So it's kind of like it goes back and forth.
Yeah.
So
very cool.
That's something most people don't know, I guess, if you don't know me.
I didn't.
Well, there
That's
you go.
pretty cool. Okay. Has there ever been a moment where you thought, is this really happening to me?
Probably headlining Workplay for the first time. Like, there had been just a lot of time and investment that had gone into like getting to that point, and then playing the show, having people actually show up that wasn't just my family, and then getting off stage and just being like, wow, that actually happened.
Yeah.
Because, since 14, 15, I had always thought, like, I would love to play this stage.
Right.
And so to finally be able to play that stage was a big moment for me. And so
not only just play the stage, since you had done the singer-songwriter thing, but to headline it and have people pay to show up and see you.
Yes. That's a moment that I don't think that I'll forget. There's more moments like that I hope that I can have in my career.
But that's like the first.
But that's the first big step. So
yeah, that's awesome. What song should someone listen to who has never heard you before?
Well, it depends on. I hate prefacing this like this, but I feel like some of my music is like easy listening, but also like very heartfelt.
Right.
So I would say probably My Love's Ghost. If you want something that kind of will attach to you. That's the one song that I think is kind of my herald right now.
Okay.
That's recorded.
Okay.
There's one that I've been working on and that we're playing tonight at the show that I think is really, really cool. It's called Stockholm. And it's kind of built around the idea of Stockholm Syndrome. And do you know what that is?
Yes, I do know what that is.
I didn't know
What
yeah. It's a kind of a different topic to explore for me. So
it is a different topic for anyone to explore.
Yeah, so that's probably the most unique song for myself, and one that I always enjoy playing. So,
okay, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
Hopefully that'll be recorded soon.
Hopefully, I'm really interested.
Yeah.
Now to hear about this song. So what is next for you? You have the show at Bottle Tree that you're headlining. What is next after that?
This is going to finish out the year for us. And then I'm already recording demos in my basement and getting together ideas and have a producer. And so hopefully, depending on money, which is a songwriter's curse,
right.
We'll be doing a record sometime at the beginning of 2015. And
that'll be
hopefully
great.
Have that as like a very just the herald product for myself.
Are you going to do like a Kickstarter campaign for that, or?
I still am debating. I feel like Kickstarter was so good at the beginning, and then
there's like all these other ones now.
There
too.
are
like
other ones.
Pledge Music, like there's this musician in New York, Bobby Long. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. He just he funded the crap out of his next album, and he hit 100% weeks before. And he had like all these really cool incentives. I don't know. That might be something.
Yes, I've thought about it. I guess I'm always scared to ask people for money, which is so bad of me. Because
people.
You never know until you ask.
Right. You don't know until you ask. And what's the worst that's going to happen? You're either going to get some money or you're not. You wouldn't be worse off. Yeah.
So I think I'll do one. I'm not sure what route I want to go yet, but.
Yeah. No, I'll be looking out for that and send you some money. Since that's just.
I'll be sure to have some good incentives. So.
Yeah. That's what I like the most. It's not like knowing you're helping. That's so bad. But I donated a lot to some musicians' albums over the years, so that way I can get some cool things.
Yeah.
So just think about that and neat stuff that. People will be like, oh, well, this is like a one-of-a-kind Jeremy Moore thing. I need that in my life.
Yeah. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, and I'll let everyone on here know.
Sweet.
We can get you going. So Jeremy's going to play a song for us.
Yes.
Set up here. Okay. You do that. I'm going to get my phone ready so we can record this for everybody.
This is almost the newest one for me. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay.
This one's called I'm All Set With You. Told to find some love, a pretty girl in luck was all I needed. The way you turn a while, you know it by her smile, seems so unreasoned, but you make sense of all the senseless nonsense. You took a boy and turn me into love. And I'm not one for absolutes, but I'm all set with you. And I'm in love with you. And I'm not one for absolutes, but I'm all set with you.
I'm in love with you. Caution to the wind, a sin that ended hope. For all other options settled in themselves, sullen hopeless wills, till love exploded. But you make sense of all the senseless nonsense. You took a boy and turned me into love. And I'm not one for absolutes, but I'm all set with you. I'm in love with you. And I'm not one for absolutes, but I'm all set with you. I'm in love with you. Whoa. But you make sense of all this senseless nonsense. You took a boy and turned me into love. I'm not one for absolutes, but I'm all set with you. I'm in love with you. I'm not one for absolutes, but I'm all set with you. I'm in love, and I'm not one for absolutes, but I'm all set with you. I'm in love with you, and I'm not one for absolutes, but I'm all set with you. I'm in love with you.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was great.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So that is going to be it with you, Jeremy. I know, that kind of sounded rude. That sounded rude.
A little harsh.
Sorry. You've got stuff you've got to do.
I know. I got to go get ready for the last final details for tonight. So.
Yay. I'll try to make it out tonight.
Yeah.
So you guys come see Jeremy tonight at the Bottle Tree Cafe. Tickets are $10.
Yes, they are.
And the show starts at...
Show starts at 9. Doors open at 8.
Okay.
So get that front row spot, you know.
Yeah, no. I'll try my best. I'm going to text some people and be like, let's go celebrate the end of the semester.
Yeah, it's the perfect time.
Yeah.
You're done with the last
Super
final?
perfect. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming by.
Yeah, thanks
I
for
really
having
appreciate
me,
it. And you guys be sure to go check him out. And this next song is going to be from Edward Hartline, I'm Not Perfect. And I will be back after this.
Main Street's empty. These daydreams are heavy on my soul. The steel frames are waning to reach down and save me from this hole I'm kneeling in. Bayside is closed down. Well, there's no room in this whole town to hold a man sheltered by the roof of your mouth. But doors don't slam like that now. And oh, I know that I'm not perfect, 'cause I've got demons under my bed, and you've got eyes that look like you've seen heaven, but they're always on him. The skyline is crawling away from the morning, but no one knows where to. The floorboards are talking to steps that I won't walk on, and no one knows why but you. The weeds took the house back, and now it's full of age and cracks, but the postbox still says your name. The fire is blown out, the wood's on its own now, and that ain't ever gonna change. And oh, I know that I'm not perfect. I've got razors under my skin, and you've got hands that seem to break and mend, but they're always on him. And oh, I know that I'm not perfect, 'cause I've got pillows under my head, but all I feel are your arms again, but they're always round him.
Hello, how are you doing? What is good? What is going on? This is DJ Miss Mims, and you are listening to Blaze Radio.
Steven.
Who said that?
Me, down here.
Ugh, what are you, a yellow booger?
I'm a banana slug, Steven.
What are you doing in my room?
I'm your sense of adventure. It's been a long time since we've had an adventure in the forest.
Mom took me to the forest last year.
I'm a slug, Steven. It took me a long time to get here.
You're right. I should get out.
Yeah, the forest is not that far away.
Hey, Mom!
Come to the forest where the more adventurous you lives. Check out discovertheforest.org for cool places nearby. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Love your smile and the way you talk, pretty eyes in your glamorous walk. Every film built so perfectly. You're the one, you complete me. I chose you right from the start, yeah. Only love could take us apart now. You're the one that makes me who I am. Without you, I'm a simple man. You took my heart, oh, you took my soul. I say yeah, if I mean no. There was a time when it all went away. turn my thoughts into a melody, just to show you the way I feel. You took my life, but you keep it filled. I chose you right from the start, yeah. Only love could take us apart now. You're the one that makes me who I am. Without you, I'm a simple man. You took my heart, oh, you took my soul. I'll say yeah, for me now. I'm a simple man. Simple
I know you come through the dust and smoke, another lonely dawn.
You know, these oceans cross, faces I have lost, try to get to you. I know I didn't turn out to be who you thought I was at the start. I still find it hard to believe that I'm never gonna break your heart. If I spend all the rest of my days without you, baby, I wouldn't know what to do. If I don't spend all the rest of my days beside you, baby, I could never make it through. I could never make it through.
So broken down, just a mirror now, with our backs against the wall.
It's too late to turn around, and home is too far gone. There's no trace at all. I know I didn't turn out to be who you thought I was at the start. I still find it hard to believe that I'm never gonna break your heart. If I spend all the rest of my days without you, baby, I wouldn't know what to do. If I don't spend all the rest of my days beside you, my baby, I could
All right, that was I'm Not Perfect by Edward Hartline, Simple Man by Tom Bertram, and Rest of My Days by Quinn Archer and Marcus Foster. I just want to say a huge thank you to Jeremy Moore again for coming out today and letting me interview him and hanging out for a little bit. It's really fun. Next, we have British musician Sam Bradley. He recently released a cover of I'll Be Home for Christmas, and I really love it, and I hope you guys too. So enjoy.
Be home for Christmas. You can plan on me. Please have snow and mistletoe and presents on the tree. Christmas Eve will find me where the love light gleams. I'll be home for Christmas, if only in my dreams. I'll be home for Christmas. You can plan on me. Please have snow and mistletoe and presents on the tree. Christmas Eve will find me where the love light gleams. I'll be home for Christmas, if only in my dreams. If only in my dreams. If only in my dreams.
Baby, what you doing today? What are you doing later? I don't know my way through a maze of gray skyscrapers, but I'm willing to learn. If you want me to, I'll stay just where I am, but I promise just to follow where I land. And you can't take my word for that. You are my Manhattan from the sky. You look so neat and tidy when I'm way up behind. But I know your streets are lined with the finest inside. And I wanna just what you gave me. Out on the corner of Broadway and 48th Street on a rainy afternoon. Like a star discovering your world, and I would make a damn good city girl. Things would start to bloom, I'm sure. You are my Manhattan from the sky. You look so neat and tidy when I'm way up high. But I know your streets are lined with the fineness inside. I wanna come down and walk around your mind. I know you want me to see, don't lie to me. So why you gotta go be so shy to me? I ain't buying the false anxiety, lay your fortress full. What is it gonna take to get you there? If it was money, you'd be a millionaire. All alone in a leather swivel chair, counting stacks of gold. You are my Manhattan from the sky. You look so neat and tidy when I'm way up high. But I know your streets are lined with the fineness inside. And I wanna come down and walk around. You are my Manhattan from the sky. You look so neat and tidy when I'm way up high. But I know your streets are lined with the fineness inside. And I wanna come down and walk around your mind.
I wanna be crazy and free with you. I wanna be able to tell you I love you when I want to. I wanna be free to grab you, to touch you, and passionate kisses from you. Oh, 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 every day. My desire for you is great and from no other man. I wanna make love whenever we can. I need you to grab me, to hold me, to touch me. I want you to want me like like no other. And give me shelter and bring me laughter forever after. And I love flowers. I need you to love me, to know every inch of my body, every mile of my mind and the oceans between. Feel the desert in my soul with your soul. To smell me, to breathe me, to stand tall beside me, to laugh and to cry like there's nothing to hide. We can dance in the moonlight and talk till the twilight. I ask this, I pray this, I need, well, I need you. And give me shelter and bring me laughter forever after. And I love flowers. Tell me I'm beautiful, even when I'm not. Strong and dependable, you'll be my mountain. And I will rock you and hold you and give my love to you. Carefully show you and guide you to freedom. I'll always be true, mend your broken wings. Give you the key to my heart. Love only you. And I'll give you shelter
where the stars go blue, dancing where the evening fell, dancing in my wooden shoes, in a wedding gown,
dancing out on 7th Street, dancing through the underground, dancing little marionette. Are you happy now? Yeah. Where do you go when you're lonely?
where do you go when you're blue?
Where do you go when you're lonely? I follow you when the stars go blue. When the stars go blue. Laughing with your pretty mouth. Laughing with your broken laughing with your lover's song in a lullaby. Yeah. Where do you go when you're lonely? Where do you go when you're blue? Where do you go when you're lonely? I follow you. Yeah, yeah. Where do you go when you're lonely? Where do you go when you're blue? Where do you go when you're lonely? I follow you, follow you, yeah. When the stars go blue, when the stars go blue, when the stars go blue, when the stars go blue. Where do you go when you're lonely? Where do you go when the stars go blue?
All right, that was I'll Be Home for Christmas by Sam Bradley, Manhattan from the Sky by Kate Vogel, Flowers by Lee Lindsay, and When the Stars Go Blue by Tyler Hilton and Bethany Joy Lenz. Since it's my last show for the 2014 year, and everybody's kind of getting into the Christmassy mood, so I'm also going to play this other Christmas song cover that was released recently, but this time from British musician Bobby Long. He covered We Three Kings, and it is incredible, and I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I do. And yeah, so enjoy.
We three kings of Orient are bearing gifts, we traverse afar, field and fountain, moor and mountain, following yonder star. Oh, star of wonder, star of night, star with royal beauty bright, westward leading, still proceeding, guide us to thy perfect light. Born a king on Bethlehem's plain, gold I bring to crown him again. King forever, season never, hiding us all the rain. Oh, star of wonder, star of night, star with royal beauty bright, westward leading, still proceeding, guide us to thy perfect light. Frankincense to offer have I, incense songs a deity nigh. Mirror and praise in all men raising, worship him God on high. Oh, star of wonder, star of night, star with royal beauty bright, westward leading, still proceeding, guide us to thy perfect light. Myrrh is mine, its bitter perfume breathes a life of gathering gloom, borrowing, signing, bleeding, dying, sealed in the stone cold tomb. Oh, star of wonder, star of night, star with royal beauty bright, westward leading, still proceeding, guide us to thy perfect light. Glorious now, behold him arise, King and gold and sacrifice. Hallelujah, hallelujah, sounds through the earth and skies. Oh.
All right, that was We Three Kings by Bobby Long. She's a Devil by Fire and the Romance. that is going to be all for me today. I hope you all have a great rest of your 2014, and I will see you in the new year. This last song is Love You by Surviving Allison. I hope you guys enjoy. Thanks for tuning in.
Saw you yesterday at the store with that little red dress you always wore. Then I thought, Lord, what did I give away? Then I remembered yesterday. I said, love you, and thank God you're gone. Thank God you're gone. And I said, love you, and I can't, why can I? On the car ride home, I couldn't get you out my brain. And then on the radio came Last Dance with Mary Jane. And I remember that red dress night when you said that it was over. It was the best night of my life. I said love you, and thank God you're gone. Thank God you're gone. And I said love you, and I can't, why can I? I know something beautiful will come of this, but right now she's the last thing I'm gonna miss. And I know something beautiful